The event that I chose for this assignment was the X Games Barcelona Moto X Step Up competition. And the Moto X Step Up is a competition where each dirt bike athlete has to come up to a small jump and whip their bike over a bar that is set at a certain height. And each round the bar gets higher and making it more difficult for the rider to get up and over it. If a rider hits the bar when attempting to whip over it, they get a second try, and if they fail to make it over the bar again, then they're eliminated from the competition. The announcers are connecting with the audience by talking about each athlete that is competing and telling us as viewers that are watching on TV about Barcelona and its weather and what events have been canceled due to the weather. They're also comparing each of the athletes' abilities on a dirt bike for this specific competition. During the course of the competition, each rider takes their bike to the bar. Some of the athletes are getting eliminated and some are continuing on to the next round. And this specific event ended in a tie at 32 feet between Josh Hansen and Ronnie Renner. And this was actually something that had never happened in the course of X Games history. So the announcers informed the audience that in the case of a tie, both athletes compete in a jump off until there's a winner. And what the jump off is each rider gets one chance per round to make it over the bar, and they keep going until somebody does not make it over the bar and there's a winner. This competition actually ended in Ronnie Renner, who still holds the world record for Moto X Step Up at 62 feet, winning gold for this competition. The X Games awards a gold, silver, and a bronze medal to the top three best step-up riders. So Ronnie Renner winning gold and Josh Hansen, who was tied with him, went on to win silver. While watching these competitions, I was browsing through Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and saw that people were talking about their favorite riders and who they thought was going to win and who they wanted to win. Also, the ESPN X Games webpage and the X Games Twitter page was posting current updates after each rider performs each step up. And they also had journalists writing current reviews on each of the riders that were competing in this event. And as far as what I've learned thus far in the history of sports media, I've paid closer attention to the announcers for this event and realized the way they're talking to the audience and making that connection with people who aren't physically there at the X Games. I noticed that myself as a viewer, not being able to go to Barcelona, but being able to watch the X Games live on ESPN, the announcers were able to give us the stats on each of the riders and explain to us what each of the riders are doing to prepare for each step up. And in doing that, we were able to connect with the riders personally as each of them went up to compete.